outside of themselves, of decisions, out of fear. Let me please this person. Let me do this according to what invites trouble is. I want to impress. I want to impress other people. When you have a mindset of using what people think to take a decision, you will live a life of doing more than yourself. So you will never be yourself. Galatians 1 verse 10 says, Galatians 1 verse 10 says, for do I now persuade men or God? Or do I seek to please men? For if I still please men, I will not be a bondservant of Christ. So when you live a life based on what people will say, you will never make the right decision. Because you see, whether you do this or you do that, people are still going to say. So the best thing is for you to know how to take decisions based on what will work. What you know is good for you and what is good for God, what is good in the eyes of God. So you cannot be basing your judgment on buy things. We spend money, we do things, we spend money to buy things that we do not need, to impress the people who don't even like us. That is what a lot of people do. They'll go and post it. And you know the sad thing is, when they see your post, the people that are supposed to post, there's this my sister that likes to post. She'll come, I'll get off from my seat, she'll sit down, do the picture and everything and go and post it. So that thing is, I find, why do you want to live a life of deceit? Why do you can't do that? Because it doesn't shock me, it doesn't do me anything. I don't even want anybody to know where find me there. I have, but you will not just find anything there. So, you were not born a life to express yourself. Don't pretend to be who you are not. Never lose yourself in search of other people's approval. That is very, very important. So number 4 is anger. A lot of us take decision out of anger. And the Bible says in James 1, slow to speak, slow to wrath. So I affirmed anger. Let me just give you a background of anger. Anger is an emotional brain's alarm system, which is the brain's alarm system. When the brain receives that threat, or you want to stand and fight. So, that is supposed to control that part. Whenever that amygdala is triggered, the next thing is that behavior. When you watch, his anger was common in your family. Like annoyance, you're just angry, fear, shame, stress, unfair treatment and loss. Stress, unfair treatment and loss can also trigger anger. And things like depression, anxiety, and so trigger anger. But the worst anger is the genetic one. Because I believe that the rest of it can be treated when you know the cause of that anger. What is making you angry? At least you know it. And I was able to identify it. Early. But until I got married, I didn't notice it. It was just a normal thing. To talk in a in fact, when I want to talk